There's always something we want to improve on. Either we want to be more confident, want to be happier, want to be more productive. There's a group out there that just have everything figured out. They're more confident, they're happier, they're getting things done. And I want to be more like one of those people. Honestly, I'm not a super confident person. I'm happy and I'm very willing to put myself outside of my comfort zone, and there's so many things that I love, but sometimes that love doesn't go back to me. When I think of people that are just at peace, I think of those monks in the monastery that are just meditating, and their schedule revolves a lot around of keeping your eyes closed and being under a waterfall. Being a huge nerd myself, watching anime and TV shows, a lot of the characters always go through some sort of meditative state in which they find themselves in order to push themselves to the next level. Can guided meditation really help with this? Is sitting around with your eyes closed and just breathing actually gonna make me more confident? How much of a difference is it gonna make? Well, you're about to find out. Welcome to my channel. I take on different challenges and adventures, tell my personal thoughts and experiences, and hopefully encourage you to take on adventures yourself. Now, if that's something that sparks your interest, maybe consider liking and subscribing, but let's get into guided meditation. How I got started, the plan was to meditate every single day for 10 minutes. Like, everyone has 10 minutes in their day. If you're saying you don't, you're lying. Think about how many times you've just binge watched something on Netflix, or how many people stay up scrolling on social media for about 2 to 3 hours when they actually should probably go to bed. Think about how long we spend in the shower extra, or in the bathroom, or other bathroom related things. Why is my mind there? Also, I didn't know anything about meditating. I'm a very active person, and sometimes I feel very borderline ADHD. Thoughts going everywhere, sometimes it's tough to stay focused. I love moving, I love doing stuff, I love putting myself out there, but sometimes those thoughts, that wilderness inside that head, sometimes that doesn't help. I went with guided meditation because I always feel like I learn better through other people. Look, if someone out there already knows what they're doing and that's exactly what you want to do, why not learn from them? When you look online, it's kind of difficult to find something kind of structured. There's a lot of videos, for example, on YouTube that are free, but either they don't help you with a specific thing or they're just very general. I went with an app called Headspace. A lot of these well-known meditation apps make you have to pay for it, and this is no exception. The difference is they have a yearly membership that's about 90 bucks, but they also have a 2-week free trial that you can just start, cancel right away, and you have access it for 2 weeks and see if it's actually helpful. And that's what I did. They had lots of content such as helping you focus, helping you sleep, and there were a lot of classes specifically in meditation for either confidence, self-esteem, and there's so many other ones in there. I know you could do this process once a day, 10 minutes a day, but there were other things about the meditation process that I didn't expect. The first week I started this was probably a really good week for me to start meditating, as emotionally it was a little bit tough. It hit me a lot harder than I thought it was going to that week. So to see if it helps with even just the smaller things, it would be the best week in order to see the big changes. But that was also my first struggle. Anyone who's faced negativity before knows what I'm talking about, of how infectious it is. It wants to consume all your other positive thoughts. It's like your negative thoughts is a hungry, hungry monster, and your positive thoughts are helpless, delicious birthday cakes just waiting to be gobbled up. Yum, yum. The first couple of sessions don't really change your way of thinking. If you think you're just gonna sit there, close your eyes, and breathe, and then boom, all your problems are solved, you have a long way to go. The thing is, meditation is a skill. What you're doing is you're training your mind in order to learn and recognize your thoughts and feelings as just thoughts and feelings. Recognize them for what they are, instead of letting them consume you. And that takes time. The app was really good to help you learn this process and this skill at the beginning. I did not feel confident right away, but after a couple of sessions, something did change. I also experimented with different locations to see if that would help. Meditating in my room, the living room, outside, at night, in that hot boiling ball that we love up there called the sun. The best location that I found was when me and my beautiful, wonderful girlfriend went for a hike at a waterfall, and the sounds of nature and the process that I thought of ninjas and monks being under the waterfall. I didn't go under it, ooh, chilly, but it's something close to it, and that was actually the most productive session that I had. But those were the first sessions. What about the later sessions? What about the outcome of meditation? The last couple of sessions in the meditation challenge, something definitely changed, something shift, especially at the beginning of the meditation, and at the end, something did change. but not necessarily my confidence. Not necessarily my self-esteem just became huge. I didn't go into my mind and create a cocoon and came out on the other side as a beautiful butterfly. The skill that you learn, you get better at it. You're able to recognize these thoughts and these feelings as just what they are, which feels very analytical on the surface for something that's supposed to be very spiritual. But it's when a thought comes in, when a feeling comes in, instead of accepting it, you just know what it is, and you're able to organize that wilderness, those chaotic thoughts and feelings. It's like on your computer and your desktop, all these thoughts and feelings are just a bunch of icons popped up everywhere. The skill is being able to organize them, put them in folders, acknowledge them for where they are, and put them kind of where they need to be. They're still there, they're not gone, just more organized. They don't go away, but there feels like before and after. Now there's space, there's room to be able to think. With this mental and emotional space kind of cleared, I was able to tackle these problems that I was facing one at a time with more purpose. The best way to describe these meditation sessions, they became mental resets. A way to deal with that anxiety, that stress of just that problems exist, and just being able to acknowledge that, that's what it does. I can see if I kept doing it for maybe months or maybe even years, how slowly that skill develops more of just organizing them, just like how the computer and the icons. Now you can start putting them in their programs. Man, your mind is a lot like a computer. You can become a master manipulator of yourself. You become the programmer of your own mind computer. But that's just a thought. I don't know how long that would actually take. On the app that I was using, Headspace, the first level was when you're just actually learning that skill for the first 10 days. Level 2 is just practicing it for another 10 days. And then level 3 was master, which is another 10 days. You can never get into it because you have to unlock it by doing the previous one. So I wonder how much it would take or how much it would change in 30 days. Something I really want to revisit. I've tried a lot of other things in the past in order to improve mentally with being unfocused and with the untamed mind. Here are some tips that I picked up myself, and hopefully that helps you for self-improvement. If you're looking to deal with just that short-term stress and anxiety, just something to help you mentally reset, and this was a great idea. The best time to do it was between moments. Between chapters of your day, maybe just before going to work, or maybe after work, or if you're traveling, between those times when you're starting one thing or ending something else. For location, probably don't even need to meditate, but nature, the grandeur of nature. You've seen my how to rock climb video or kiteboarding video. When you're being out in nature that is just so big and grand, and even the sounds of water, how much I love lakes and oceans. There is something that's really hard to beat that. If you're looking to be a little bit more focused when you're working, I found listening to instrumental music. If there was music that had lyrics, I would just always sing with it and I wouldn't be able to concentrate. Instrumental music of actually pop covers were very unique, but that helped me stay focused. Like that wild, untamed mind, something about white noise is able to just calm it down just a little bit, or at least focus it somewhere else. So try instrumental music. To sleep though, I have tried meditation in the app and I even tried nature sounds, but that just never worked. So I started listening to a podcast. What I needed was something just interesting enough that I wanted to keep focus on it, but not too interesting where that's all that I want to listen to and that gets me thinking. So I started listening to a podcast called Stuff You Should Know. Super interesting, but the guys' voices are so calm and relaxing. They definitely help me sleep. Still really like the podcast though, but I would never listen to it during the day. It's my nighttime learning podcast. And to be a little bit more productive or to tame that mind just a little bit, if you have all these ideas and thoughts, you need to write them down somewhere. Put them down so they're not in here anymore and put them in the real world, the outside space. If you think you're just gonna remember everything, you are lying to yourself and you know that. And you've been doing it for a really long time, longer than just now, and yeah, get them down. I have a whiteboard in my room that helps me write down some things, and I've been starting using a productivity app of Microsoft To Do. Very simple to use, and that has definitely helped to be more productive. Now, if you want to do meditation yourself and you don't want to pay for it, or you just want to try it right now and see how it works, here's a quick guide on how you can try meditating and see if you can feel that mental reset. Start by finding a place that is comfortable, a way that you like to sit naturally and doesn't have a lot of noise. Set a timer for 10 minutes because that's all you need. As that timer starts, take about a minute to just absorb your environment, realize where you are, and start breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Close your eyes. And now you want to start counting. So you count 1, breathing in, 2, breathing out, all the way till you get to 10, and then you restart. If you feel these thoughts or these feelings coming in, don't try to grab them, just acknowledge them. It's a difference of being a fisherman with your rod searching for fish versus gazing them and seeing that they're in the water. Just acknowledge for what they are and just let it flow. If you get unfocused, always try to just go back to your breath. Your timer will go off, and don't use some really intense, loud music because maybe that'll break it. Maybe something soft. Open your eyes and then fill your head with the intention that you want. Hopefully that'll give you that mental break and that mental reset that you need. But there you go. If you want to find something exciting, something new you want to try, I got links down below for Groupon and Airbnb experiences. Those are the 2 things I use the most to save money on finding adventures. But that's my experience with guided meditation. What do you think? Have you tried meditation before? Do you have an amazing streak of meditation? How long have you been doing it every single day? And there are other benefits that I've been missing out. Thank you so much for watching. Consider liking and subscribing, and I will see you at the next adventure.